Have your legs ever felt so heavy at the end of the day that even getting up to make tea feels like a mountain to climb? You sit down for just a moment, but when it's time to rise again, your knees complain, your ankles feel tight, and your legs, well, they feel like they've given up on you. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. For many people over 60, swollen legs, aching joints, and stiffness have become a quiet but constant companion. It makes walking harder, sleeping restless, and even joyful things like gardening or dancing feel distant. But what if I told you that in a quiet town in Japan, 87-year-old Mrs. Nakamura still walks to the market every morning, not because she's lucky, but because she eats in a very particular way. Today, I'm going to show you 6 Japanese foods that not only reduce leg swelling, but also strengthen your joints naturally. No pills, no pressure, just small, gentle changes to what's already on your plate. Before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you watching this from, and what time is it for you right now? Please let me know in the comments below. I truly look forward to reading them. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Why legs swell and joints weaken after 60? Have you ever noticed that your legs feel more swollen on days when you sit for too long or stand for too long? You might chalk it up to just getting older, but there's a bit more going on beneath the surface. As we age, our blood circulation naturally slows down. Our veins lose some of their strength, making it harder for blood and fluids to return from the legs back to the heart. What happens next? Fluid begins to pool in the lower legs, ankles, and feet. This is why many older adults feel that familiar puffiness, especially at the end of the day. But that's just one part of the story. Our muscles, especially in the legs, begin to shrink with age, a process called sarcopenia. Without strong leg muscles to support circulation, the problem worsens. You may notice your legs feel heavy, weak, or unsteady when you stand up. Even walking across the room might feel like more effort than it used to. Then there are your joints. Over time, cartilage, the cushiony tissue that protects your joints, wears down. Combine that with low-grade inflammation, and joints can feel stiff, achy, or even painful, especially in the knees, hips, and ankles. All of these changes may feel discouraging, but here's the hopeful part. Your food choices can help. In Japanese culture, food isn't just fuel. It's part of a philosophy called shokuiku, which means food education. It teaches people, especially elders, to view each meal as a chance to care for the body gently, prevent illness, and extend health. It's not about dieting or rules. It's about balance, simplicity, and seasonal ingredients that nourish from the inside out. That's why many older Japanese adults experience far less leg swelling, joint pain, or mobility loss compared to their peers in other countries. They walk more, sleep better, and often live independently well into their 80s or 90s. But it's not just luck. One of their quiet secrets lies in what they eat, especially 6 powerful foods that support circulation, reduce swelling, and protect aging joints. The Japanese food philosophy, eating to lighten your legs. Imagine a quiet morning in a small town in Japan. The sun has just risen. A gentle breeze carries the scent of miso soup and freshly steamed rice. In a cozy kitchen, an elderly woman sits on a cushion at a low wooden table. Her breakfast is simple but deeply nourishing. A bowl of warm miso soup, a small grilled fish, a side of leafy greens, a bit of pickled vegetables, and a cup of roasted barley tea. This is not a special occasion. This is everyday life. And this style of eating, balanced, modest, and thoughtfully prepared, is one of the most powerful tools the Japanese use to protect their bodies as they age. In Japan, food is not chosen based on calories or trends. Instead, meals are guided by tradition, seasonality, and a deep respect for how food affects the body. This is the essence of shokuiku, the Japanese philosophy of food education. Meals are built around small portions of many different foods. They combine warm broths that ease digestion, bitter greens that support the liver, sea vegetables that provide essential minerals, and fermented foods that heal the gut and reduce inflammation. This way of eating isn't just beautiful, it's functional. Warm foods like soups and teas help improve circulation. Bitter greens and seaweed help prevent fluid retention. Fermented foods reduce silent inflammation, which is often the hidden cause of joint stiffness and leg swelling. One of the most powerful benefits of this approach is how gentle it is on the body. Nothing is extreme, nothing is rushed. Every bite is meant to support your organs, your bones, and yes, even your legs. In contrast, many Western meals are high in salt, sugar, and processed fats. These can contribute to water retention, blood pressure spikes, and chronic inflammation, all of which make leg swelling and joint discomfort worse. So what can we learn from the Japanese table? We don't need to copy it perfectly, but we can borrow its heart. By choosing simple foods that nourish the body and calm the system, we can create a quiet kind of healing, a healing that builds over days, weeks, and months, supporting your legs, joints, and strength from the inside out. Food number 1. Japanese purple sweet potato, satsumaimo. It's a crisp autumn morning in Kagoshima, southern Japan. A quiet puff of steam rises from a wooden street cart. Inside, rows of purple sweet potatoes, satsumaimo, are slowly roasting over hot stones. Elderly passers-by stop to buy one, cradling the warm root in their hands like a small treasure. This isn't just comfort food, it's medicine in disguise. Japanese purple sweet potatoes are rich in anthocyanins, powerful natural compounds that give the potato its deep color. But these pigments do more than look beautiful. They fight inflammation, protect blood vessels, and help reduce oxidative stress, especially in aging tissues. That's not all. Satsumaimo is high in potassium, which helps balance excess sodium in the body. When you eat too much salt, which is easy to do without realizing, it causes your body to hold on to water. This leads to swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet. Potassium gently helps release that trapped water by encouraging the kidneys to flush out excess fluid. And here's something unique. Unlike regular white potatoes, satsumaimo has a lower glycemic index. That means it doesn't spike your blood sugar quickly. For people over 60, stable blood sugar helps reduce inflammation and protect joint health, especially for those managing diabetes or pre-diabetes. But maybe the most healing quality of satsumaimo isn't scientific at all. It's how it makes you feel. There's something comforting about its natural sweetness, its soft texture, and its warm, earthy aroma. Many older Japanese adults eat it as a snack or a light dinner. It's gentle on the stomach, easy to digest, and deeply satisfying. One story comes from Mr. Hiroshi, an 82-year-old retired teacher in rural Japan. Every morning after a short walk, he steams one purple sweet potato, cuts it into small pieces, and eats it slowly with warm barley tea. He says it keeps his legs from holding water and gives him just enough energy to tend to his small garden. So how can you try satsumaimo at home? If you live near an Asian grocery store or a Japanese market, look for Japanese sweet potato or Murasaki sweet potato. The skin is usually reddish-purple, and the flesh ranges from white to deep violet. You can steam it and eat it plain, like the elders in Japan. Bake it in the oven at 190 degrees for about 45 minutes. Mash it with a little cinnamon and olive oil for a comforting side dish, or slice it and add to soups, grain bowls, or even breakfast oats. No need for added sugar, butter, or salt. The natural flavor is sweet, grounding, and healing on its own. Food 2. Seaweed, wakame, kombu. In Japan, the ocean is more than a place for fishing. It's a pantry. And from that pantry comes one of the most healing gifts for aging legs and joints. Seaweed. Every morning, in the quiet corners of coastal towns, elderly women prepare miso soup with strips of wakame, a soft green seaweed that swells like silk when added to hot broth. Others simmer kombu, a thick, mineral-rich seaweed, to make nourishing soup bases. These are not exotic foods in Japan. They are daily essentials, especially for the elderly. Why is seaweed so powerful? First, seaweed is rich in essential minerals that many aging bodies are quietly lacking, especially calcium, magnesium, iodine, and iron. Calcium and magnesium support bone strength and muscle relaxation. Iodine nourishes the thyroid, which plays a vital role in maintaining energy and healthy circulation. Iron supports blood oxygenation, which keeps your legs feeling alive and energized. But seaweed also contains fucoidan, a special compound found in brown seaweeds like wakame and kombu. Fucoidan has been shown to have natural anti-inflammatory and anticoagulant properties, meaning it can help reduce swelling, ease joint stiffness, and support healthy blood flow in the legs. That's not just tradition talking. Several modern studies have confirmed that regular consumption of seaweed may help reduce joint pain, lower inflammation markers, and even support cartilage regeneration over time. Another benefit, seaweed is incredibly low in calories but high in fiber, which helps with digestion and gentle detoxification, important for those who feel bloated or sluggish after meals. Mr. Saito, a 79-year-old fisherman from Hokkaido, once said, "I don't feel right unless I've had my sea vegetables. They keep the sea inside me." Every evening, he adds wakame to his soups and kombu to rice or stews. He credits it for keeping his knees strong enough to climb in and out of boats, even now. So how can you bring seaweed into your meals? Here are a few easy ways, even if you've never tried it before. Wakame, often sold dried. Soak for 5 minutes in warm water, then add to soups, salads, or rice bowls. Kombu, thick dried strips. Simmer in water to make a mineral-rich broth for soups or grains. Remove the kombu before serving. Nori, seaweed sheets. Often used for sushi, but can also be torn into pieces and sprinkled over rice or eggs. If you're worried about the taste, start small. Seaweed has a natural umami flavor, slightly salty and earthy. In Japan, it's paired with ingredients like miso, tofu, or sesame oil to balance the flavor. A gentle note, if you have thyroid issues, especially hyperthyroidism, speak with your doctor before eating large amounts of seaweed, as it is rich in iodine. Food number 3, fatty fish, mackerel, salmon. It's early morning in Kyoto. An elderly man carefully flips a small piece of grilled mackerel on a wire rack over glowing coals. The skin sizzles slightly, releasing a savory aroma that fills the room. Next to him, a bowl of warm rice, a cup of green tea, and a side of grated daikon radish wait patiently. This is his breakfast, light, simple, and quietly powerful. In Japan, fatty fish like mackerel, saba, salmon, sake, and sardines are daily staples for older adults. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, natural compounds that help reduce chronic inflammation, improve circulation, and support the fluid movement of joints. For those over 60, that's a gift. Inflammation is one of the silent drivers behind joint stiffness, knee pain, and that uncomfortable tightness in your legs. Omega-3s help calm the immune response, making it less likely that your body will attack its own joint tissues. This can ease symptoms of arthritis, reduce swelling, and even improve flexibility over time. But the benefits don't stop at the joints. Fatty fish also help thin the blood slightly, making it easier for your heart to circulate blood all the way down to your toes. For anyone dealing with cold feet, heavy legs, or swelling from poor circulation, that's meaningful. Salmon and mackerel are also rich in vitamin D, which supports bone health, and protein, which helps preserve muscle mass, especially important when trying to prevent leg weakness and falls. Take the story of Mrs. Emi, a 76-year-old widow from Osaka. After her husband passed, she began walking to the fish market each Tuesday morning. "The fish sellers know me by name now," she smiles. "I always ask for the freshest piece of mackerel. It keeps my legs moving." She grills her fish lightly and eats it with rice, steamed spinach, and pickled ginger. So, how can you enjoy fatty fish at home, even if you're not in Japan? Start simple. Look for wild salmon, mackerel, or sardines. Fresh, frozen, or canned. These are widely available in most grocery stores in the US, and they're surprisingly easy to prepare. Here are some gentle ways to enjoy them. Baked or grilled. Add lemon, a touch of olive oil, and herbs. Steamed. Especially good for tender digestion. Paired with vegetables and rice. With grated daikon radish, a traditional Japanese side that helps reduce any fishy taste and supports digestion. In miso soup, small chunks of cooked salmon or sardines add flavor and richness. Try to avoid deep frying, which can cancel out the anti-inflammatory benefits. Instead, aim for 2 to 3 servings per week, enough to nourish your joints and improve your circulation without overwhelming your system. Food number 4. Natto, fermented soybeans. If you've never heard of natto, you're not alone. And if you've tried it and thought, "That's different," you're not alone either. Natto is one of Japan's most traditional foods, and also one of its most surprising. Made from fermented soybeans, it has a strong smell, a sticky texture, and long, stringy strands that stretch as you lift it with chopsticks. It's not fancy, and it's definitely not for everyone on the first try. But for many Japanese elders, it's a daily habit they credit with their joint and heart health. So what makes natto so special? Natto is rich in a natural enzyme called natto kinase. This unique compound has been shown to support healthy blood flow, reduce clot formation, and gently thin the blood, without the side effects of strong medications. For people over 60, this means improved circulation, less swelling in the legs, and reduced risk of clots or blockages that can lead to more serious problems. But there's more. Natto is also one of the best food sources of vitamin K2, a nutrient that's incredibly important for bone health and joint flexibility. K2 helps guide calcium to the bones where it belongs, instead of letting it build up in arteries or soft tissues. This may be one reason Japanese elders have lower rates of osteoporosis and joint degeneration, even into their 80s and 90s. Take Mr. Takeda, a retired mailman in Tokyo. At 81, he still rides his bicycle to the park each morning. His secret? I eat natto every day. My knees don't hurt like my brother's. Maybe it's luck. Or maybe it's the natto. Now let's be honest. Natto is an acquired taste. But if you're feeling adventurous, try this. Look for frozen or refrigerated natto in the Asian section of your grocery store. Serve it cold, with a bit of mustard and soy sauce, or over warm rice. Eat just a few bites at first. Let your body and your taste buds adjust slowly. And if natto doesn't work for you, don't worry. There are gentler alternatives that offer similar benefits, like tempeh, another fermented soy product, firm and nutty flavored. Miso, used in soups and marinades. Edamame, lightly steamed young soybeans, rich in plant-based protein. Adding fermented foods to your diet, even just a few times a week, can reduce inflammation, improve gut health, and support your joints in ways that pills simply can't. Food number 5. Barley tea, mugicha. In the summer months of Japan, pitchers of cold barley tea or mugicha sit on every kitchen table. In winter, the same tea is served warm, steaming gently in ceramic cups held by wrinkled, careful hands. It's a quiet ritual, but one that holds deep healing for the body. Barley tea is made by roasting barley grains until they turn dark and fragrant, then steeping them in hot water. The result is a rich, slightly nutty drink that's naturally caffeine-free, making it a perfect choice for older adults, morning, afternoon, or even before bed. But this isn't just a comforting beverage. Mugicha has been used for generations to support healthy blood circulation, gently reduce inflammation, and even calm the digestive system. Here's how it helps. Anti-inflammatory compounds in roasted barley help ease swelling in the legs and joints. It contains natural antioxidants that support blood vessel health and reduce oxidative stress. It promotes gentle detoxification, flushing out excess fluid and sodium that may cause heaviness or puffiness in the lower body. One of the most appreciated benefits? It helps people sleep better. Many older Japanese adults sip warm mugicha after dinner instead of coffee or green tea. With no caffeine to raise blood pressure or disturb rest, it encourages a deeper, more relaxed sleep, something often disturbed by aching legs or nighttime trips to the bathroom. Mrs. Yuki, age 84, says, "My knees used to throb at night, but now I drink barley tea in the evening. It cools my body in summer, warms me in winter, and helps me rest without pain." You can easily try mugicha at home. Look for barley tea bags at Asian grocery stores or online. Brew it like regular tea. Steep in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes, or simmer barley grains directly on the stove. Serve hot or cold. Add a slice of lemon for brightness or drink plain. Mugicha is more than tea. It's a habit of slowing down, sipping slowly, and giving your body something gentle and grounding. Food number 6. Umeboshi, Japanese pickled plum. It's small, wrinkled, bright pink, or deep red, and intensely salty. But don't be fooled by its size. This little fruit, called umeboshi, has been a quiet healer in Japanese households for centuries. Umeboshi is a pickled plum, fermented with sea salt and red shiso leaves. It's placed at the center of bento lunchboxes, served alongside rice, or even eaten before travel to prevent sickness. For older Japanese adults, It's often part of the morning meal, just a sliver, eaten slowly like a medicinal pearl. Why is it so treasured, especially for aging legs and joints? Umeboshi is rich in organic acids like citric acid, which help reduce fatigue, support digestion, and improve blood flow. That improved circulation can gently ease the sense of heaviness in swollen legs and may help reduce the ache that builds up in stiff joints. It also has natural anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties, supporting the gut and immune system, both closely tied to how we feel in our limbs. Another powerful benefit? Alkalizing the body. Despite its sour taste, umeboshi helps balance the body's internal pH, which may support reduced inflammation and less joint stiffness over time. There's even an old Japanese saying, umeboshi a day keeps the doctor away. Not just for fun, but because people truly believed in its protective power. Take Mr. Koji, a retired calligrapher in Nagano. At age 86, he begins each morning with a cup of warm water and a slice of umeboshi. It wakes up the blood, he says, and I don't need coffee. If you'd like to try umeboshi, start small. Just a tiny piece is enough. Pair it with warm rice or tea to balance the saltiness. Look for it at Japanese grocery stores, labeled umeboshi. Choose organic if possible, without added sugars or coloring. A gentle note: umeboshi is high in sodium, so moderation is key, especially if you have high blood pressure. But used sparingly, it offers a beautiful blend of cleansing, energizing, and protective support. A simple reminder that sometimes the smallest things carry the deepest wisdom. So, now you've met them. 6 quiet guardians of health from the Japanese kitchen. A sweet purple root, a ribbon of seaweed, a tender slice of fish, sticky beans, roasted tea, and a single wrinkled plum. Each one simple, each one powerful, each one part of a lifestyle that helps aging bodies move with more ease, less swelling, and steadier strength. You don't have to change everything overnight. You don't need to become Japanese, but maybe you could begin with just one of these foods. Add it gently to your next meal. Sip it slowly. Eat it with presence. Let your food become part of your healing. Not a chore, but a quiet companion on this journey through aging. Because your legs still carry you. Your joints still respond. Your body, even now, is listening. Which of these 6 foods would you like to try first? Please tell me in the comments. I truly love reading your stories. And if this video brought you peace or clarity, please consider sharing it with someone you care about. Don't forget to subscribe. There's more gentle guidance waiting for you just ahead. Until then, walk slowly, breathe deeply, eat kindly. Your healing doesn't need to be loud, just real.